What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful people of the Crasher community? How are you guys doing today? Niantic breaks silence on Heroes Niantic movement and Pokemon Go's remote raid controversy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we're going to be talking about here in today's video. Niantic actually decided, after nearly 2 months of radio silence, they decided to make a response to Heroes Niantic as well as the controversy surrounding the remote raid pass changes. The Heroes Niantic Pokemon Go movement has been growing in recent weeks due to Niantic's lack of response to its community. Some fans have said they feel like they are being ignored, undervalued, and pushed out of a game they want to love but can't do anything about it. It has led to a lot of players expressing their frustration and, above all, worrying about the future of their beloved mobile game. And that right there is just skimming the tip of the iceberg as to how the Pokemon Go community truly feels, especially in recent times, with everything that has taken place thus far. Until now, Niantic has been mostly silent in any responses to the trend, but in an interview on May 15th with Pokemon Go director Michael Staranka and senior producer John Fontanilla, Esports asked about the Heroes Niantic social media trend that has been growing in intensity over the past few weeks. The main points of contention in the community movement stem from messy decisions to put a cap on remote raid passes on April 6th, as well as an abundance of changes made to the game that reversed many systems introduced during the COVID-19 pandemic that allowed players to participate without the need for as much traveling. And that right there was the straw that broke the camel's back, figuratively speaking. But let's also not ignore the fact that there is a whole myriad of other issues that players have been bringing to Niantic's attention for a very, very long time, and yet Niantic still has yet to address any type of changes that are going to be made in order to fix what is already a pretty damn broken game. And two such examples would be the issues with AR scans as well as PvP. That right there is an utter garbage mess. While Niantic has been virtually silent about the movement, Staranka and Fontanilla talked candidly about their own views regarding both the community backlash and what part of the team felt about it. When asked for a comment regarding both the Heroes Niantic trend and remote raid pass changes, Staranka had this to say. "Oh, this right here is going to be good. It only took nearly 2 months to finally get a response from Niantic. Let's see what they got for us." Yeah, we've definitely taken note. It's hard to ignore, right? I'm personally being tagged a lot in a lot of these tweets, so we read everything and we see everything. It's one of those things where we never want to go out and respond to 2 calls like that, unless we have something to actually show for it. And for us, for the rest of this year, we really feel like actions will speak louder than words. Okay, 2 things. First off, you say hard to ignore. Well, you guys certainly did do a damn good, immaculate job of ignoring community concerns and criticisms over the last nearly 2 months since this issue started. And number 2, yes, you're right. Actions do speak a lot louder than words. But the thing is that what is going on here, the way Niantic has acted and treated their player base, especially in recent times. Yes, those actions definitely communicated loud and clear to the majority of the fan base. And we've been working really hard as a development team to put together a huge slate of new features that players we hope will enjoy over the course of this year. So personally speaking, I'm pretty sure I used to do more remote raids than 99% of your readers. Wow! That totally doesn't sound condescending at all. Holy shit! So, let me get this straight there, Mr. Staranka. So, just because you claim that you've done more remote raids than just about everyone here, yet that somehow puts you above everyone? So, okay. Like, I don't really understand, like, what you're trying to say or what you're trying to imply here when you make this odd flex. Like, you know, maybe elaborate a little bit more on that? That was a very, very painful decision to make even for me. But when we look at sort of the overall health of the game and the type of behaviors that remote raid passes were introducing, it just really didn't align with the kind of experience we were trying to create. And I can honestly say, even for me personally, it became sort of an unhealthy unhealthy way to engage with the game. I would just sort of throw money at Pokecoins so that I can spam legendary raids as much as possible. Okay, now let me just clear the air on something, okay? I understand and even appreciate Niantic's vision for Pokemon Go. You know, they want you to get out, they want you to socialize, they want you to exercise while going out and playing Pokemon Go. I get that, and I appreciate that, but here's the thing, okay? Here is the big thing, is that like Pokemon, and one of its common themes is evolution, times change, okay? Times evolve. Pokemon Go has evolved, okay? The world has evolved, and mind you, not all for the best. Niantic, don't you think that maybe here in 2023, you should evolve your perspective and your way of thinking and be able to evolve your understanding on what your fan base actually wants? You also gotta understand that we're not in 2016/2017 anymore, okay, Niantic? We're in 2023, and we're waiting for you to get with the times. And we're talking about legendary Pokemon. They're supposed to be the epic epitome of all Pokemon content, and this is something that players, including myself, are doing over a dozen times a day. For some people, over 100 times a day. And so that's something that we really honestly let go on a bit too long, and ultimately needed to course correct. Okay, now this right here comes off as just trying to grasp for straws. That has literally always been a thing since raids were first introduced in mid-2017, okay? Like, regardless of whether it was in-person passes or remote raid passes, people would be doing copious amounts of raids a day. So the whole argument about legendary Pokemon and it being the epitome of all Pokemon content, I mean, that just doesn't hold up. So again, super painful decision that is not something we took lightly, but it's something that we felt is necessary for the longevity of the game and to also ensure that we're not really compromising on our mission. And so yeah, we have no plans to directly address any of the Heroes Niantic things recently because we'll be sticking with the decision that was made, but instead, we're hopeful that players will see a lot of the hard work that the team has been putting into this game for the past year, because I think what we have coming out in 2023 is gonna really blow people away. Wow, okay, so that right there was what Michael Staranka had to say, and God, what an absolutely cringy thing to end off on. Like, are you kidding me? So, not only are you doubling down, tripling down on your already horrid and controversial decisions that you made nearly 2 months ago, but you don't have any plans to directly address the fanbase in question for their concerns and criticisms that they've had for you ever since that change took place? Are you kidding me? And you know what? Regardless of how good or how bad the content is going to be coming forward in 2023 for Pokemon Go, this right here just comes off as you trying to put a band-aid on a leak, okay? You're trying to pacify people like, oh, look, we have all this content coming out, all that content coming out, you know, all this content that basically revolves around the FOMO principle, fear of missing out, as a way to try and distract away from the core issues that still exist even to this very day. This was then followed by Fontanilla's own thoughts. I would want to add one thing, just to echo Michael's sentiment of coming onto this team. Everyone is incredibly passionate about the game, and I feel like sometimes that's lost. That we're confident in our decision. And basically what we want to do is what Michael is saying, is that we really want our actions to speak louder than words, but everyone liked it. There's a lot of Michaels on this team. Everyone's playing the game, everyone wants to do remote raids, but we kind of have to understand what we feel is best for the player experience. Wow. We're only one paragraph in, and I think this response right here may just be one of the absolute worst things I have ever seen. Just in this one paragraph by itself is a complete nothing statement right here. The guy is trying to parrot what Michael is saying, which was already garbage in and of itself. Number two, this individual thinks that he can speak for literally every single person at Niantic when it comes to these sentiments, like everyone liked it, everyone's playing the game and all that stuff. I actually made a video not too long ago where there's been some discussion where not everyone at Niantic is agreeing with what is going on. So that right there is another check against your bullshit. And also, you want to say, but we kind of have to understand what we feel is best for the player experience. Homie, one of the biggest things that you all have demonstrated is your lack of understanding about what the players want. I really want that. I'm passionate. It's like leveling up super fast of everyone on the team. So that's something that we see every day. Everyone lives and breathes the game. It remains to be seen if the wider team at Niantic will also address the issues fans have been asking about, but it appears Niantic is sure what it's doing is right for the company's core mission and won't be reversing recent changes anytime soon. And that right there is a wrap-up of this article, and my god, I don't think I have ever cringed so freaking badly off of something like this. Like, are you absolutely kidding me? Like, just the amount of tone deafness, the amount of condescension that I sensed from these interviews, the amount of just overall bullshit spewed out of these guys' traps. Like, are you absolutely kidding me? Like, that's literally all I'm asking is, are you kidding me? Like, it's demonstrated clear as day that the people at Niantic think they know what they're doing, they think they know what they're talking about, but what they think versus what is reality, i.e. what's realistic, homie, they are two completely different animals. Honestly, there's really nothing more I can add to this. Like, this is just so bad, and honestly, it's disappointing. And, you know, I've been saying this for, God, a very, very long time, that we really shouldn't be surprised at this point, but somehow, some way, Niantic always finds ways to lower the bar, to sink the bar down past the point of the Marianas Trench. So, I mean, we think that we have everything figured out. We think that whatever Niantic does isn't going to be surprising. Yet they find ways to surprise us, and not in a good way. So with that said, guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this. Oh my god. With that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you next time.